Corn, soybean, and cotton farmers could see record prices for their crops this year. In fact, cotton could make something of a comeback this year after seeing its lowest acreage production in Louisiana since 1865. As This Week in Louisiana Agriculture's A.J. Sabine tells us, demand for cotton and low stocks for corn could mean more acreage for both of those crops this year.
In a darkened theater of the Georgia World Congress Center, ag economist Dr. Gerald Bangy, chairman of the World Agricultural Outlook Board, tells conferees why grain and fiber producers will want to increase their acreage in 2011. According to Bangy, strong prices for corn, wheat, soybeans, and cotton could lead to as much as 10 million more acres in production this year. In particular, based on reduced acres in the U.S. and an increase in consumption abroad, Bangy says producers will likely plant more cotton this year.
The Chinese demand has been very strong, as you know, and also cotton is one of the commodities that reacts fairly quickly to any kind of economic upturn. So some of the Asian countries are experiencing something of an Asian upturn that gives us a little bit more textile production and certainly gives us a little bit stronger cotton demand.
Corn acres could see similar gains. High prices and low stocks for corn have convinced Louisiana Farm Bureau Second Vice President and Franklin Parish corn producer Scott Wickers to increase his acreage this spring.
Corn seems to weather the storms and bad weather conditions in the harvest in the fall, and we're going to tend to plant more corn again because of the strong corn prices. If corn prices weren't as strong as they are, we would definitely be going back to some cotton.
However, soybeans could be the crop to watch this year because of demand for soybean oil, the main component for biodiesel.
We're utilizing 35 or 40% of the U.S. Corn production for that purpose, using a smaller percentage of soybean. Soybean oil is only about 15% of that's being used for that purpose, but both of those constitute a stronger demand that we didn't have there just some years ago.
2011 could be a much-needed shot in the arm for many of these producers. In Atlanta, I'm A.J. Sabine for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture.